Imagine you're going into bed. You're lying down, you close your eyes, and you're in between sleep and non-sleep phase. You're about to go, you're about to sleep, but you're still conscious somehow. And suddenly whatever happens in that dark, silent room. From a very distant place, when your eyes are closed, you start seeing a white dot traveling, coming closer to you. You're interested in it. What is this white thing about? And you look at it, it's a piece of light. It's a particle almost. And it's coming towards you. That white dot, as it gets closer, you start seeing a human face on it. That human face is smiling, you can see that. But you don't know who he or she is. The white light gets bigger and bigger as it gets closer, and you start seeing the human face. You look closely. What you see is yourself. You're almost like looking at a mirror, but it's like energetic, holographic feeling to it. It's like light. And somehow you start hearing the voice within, which is originated from your heart. That face is talking to you. And suddenly that face disappears, but the voice remains. It guides you, it talks to you, it suits you down, it tells you the secrets of the universe. Everything is within that white dot light. Everything originated from it. You know that everything is originated from it. Some people called it a soul. Some people called it a white light of origin. But that white, beautiful place has got the potential of all the colors that we see around. And it's got all the sounds that we hear. And when you look at it, and when it disappears, you suddenly feel the depth and I amness, calmness, and freedom. You open your eyes, the room is your room, and you look around and see that there's nothing changed, but there's a warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart. And then you know that you're safe, you're home, you arrived, you're at your destination. And the more you sit with the feeling, you realize that you never left actually. You were mere reflection of that white light. And then you were showed up as this human body and the being. We might give different names to it. We can call it consciousness, we can call it awareness, we can call many things. But I prefer to call it the origin of life, the white light, origin of everything that we know of and everything that we don't know either. So that is the nothingness that contains everything within it. Once I sat down and closed my eyes, immediately went into a place. That was my grandparents' house. I was sitting there in the balcony, and across there was another apartment. There was another balcony there as well. And I started hearing the voices of, oh, father is sick, father is sick. And then that was, you might call it a dream or imagination or daydreaming, whatever it is. I knew that that father was my guide's guide, someone that I loved dearly, who passed away already, but that was my imagination, or that was a dream, or maybe that was real. No one can tell us. But I suddenly realized that person was sick, and I loved him so dearly. Then I climbed down the stairs, and I went to his house, knocked the door. His wife opened the door. Father is sick. You need to sit somewhere and wait. I'll just call him. I said, okay, no rush. Let him take his time. And I went to the sofa and sat there. It was a very old traditional house that was probably designed in 1960s. All these beautiful carpet colors and the cozy, warm feeling of it. But on the contrary, there was a huge plasma TV on the screen. That plasma TV on the screen suddenly turned on, pop. And I started watching the things on the screen. And I started seeing things that I never liked during my life. I hated them. I look at it, there were all these people running on their jet skis, drinking champagne with the gold necklaces and everything, showing off how rich they are, and a woman displaying their bodies. And there were lots of sexual activity going on and etc. Everything that I would say, no, this is not appropriate, I don't want it. and I judged them so badly. I said, humanity is in this situation because of you and everything. Like, I started judging and judging and judging. And I just looked at it closely. I cleared my eyes because suddenly something struck me. And looked closely. You know what I recognized? All the human beings, all the figures on that screen had the same face. Same human face. And that face was me. I looked at it and I've seen my face. It was amazing. I suddenly stopped. They are all me. They are all dead. And that white light that I told you at the beginning of the conversation was my face, and it was reflected on everyone. Do you see the beauty here? Whomever we judge, whomever we see, whatever we look at, we're looking at ourselves. We're looking at the white dot, which is us, which is you, which is me. And it reflects itself or portrays itself as this body, as this face. And everyone, the woman, the people, the man, fighting people showing off, the rich ones, everyone was me on the screen. I was sitting at my dear teacher's house, watching a giant plasma TV, and I was watching myself, and I was judging that, and I didn't like it at the beginning, but later on, it was like a hammer on my face, boom, and I realized, who am I there to judge anyone? Because everyone is dead. Everyone is that white speck of dot, which is the origin and which is the source. You might call it soul. But I turned off the TV, packed up my things, still waiting for my father at that time. And then I said, let me go in there and read him some poetry because he loves poetry that I know. And I stood up and I woke up suddenly. I was sitting on my desk, actually at work. Nothing to do with that space and time. But it was a complete different dimension opened up and showed me something, and I came back. Or maybe my brain showed me something, or maybe I showed something to myself, which I will never know, but the message is clear. We are not here to judge anyone. If I was born from your mother with the same genes, if I grow up in the same place, I will be doing exactly the same things as you're doing. And you'll be doing the exactly same things as I am doing and living and thinking if you were born from my parents and grow up in the same place. So this life is a reflection, a dance of mirrors. The light is the same. That is white speck, which doesn't have a boundary, which doesn't have a form, which is limitless, which is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Peace out. Stay with the white light. May it be your guide.